It's time to copyright. That's all you get. So
Oh my god.
so Space Jam, guys. Because it's a new release, we're going to start off with a spoiler-free section for those who want to see it for a reason.
Don't. Just don't.
Probably not unless you're under the age of 5.
Yeah. Well,
But
maybe.
so okay, let's go ahead and get ready with spoiler free. Let me just say this: the movie is probably about a 4 out of 10 at best.
At best. Yep.
Um,
That's not what I'll be giving it.
That's generous, but yeah.
this
But
felt
at best.
extremely like Warner Brothers wanted to flex their intellectual properties on us
100%.
instead of
Yes.
Space Jam, because legitimately they said we have Batman, we have Superman, we have Wonder Woman, we have all the DC shit, we have Iron Giant, we have it. Take that. I'm
King
like
Kong.
Potter.
King Kong, Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
Potter.
I'm like
White Walkers with the
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Thank you.
I'm just like, dude, like I get it. You guys have it felt like you guys ever seen the movie Ready Player One?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep.
Or you seen the trailer, Tristan? At least
I saw the trailer for it or
it
something.
felt like
very similar.
Ready Basketball Player One.
It does. Yeah.
Like that's what it was, because like the whole movie is just a bunch of Warner Brother assets, which is like,
Yep.
okay, and it just felt weird. I also didn't like the animation style. The 2D parts were my
No.
favorite part of this movie.
I agree. Dude.
After
Yeah.
the 2D parts and we got to the 3-dimensional shit, it was just not
Yep.
as good in my opinion.
It was
No,
weird.
I agree with that. It was, dude. I even like made that note like multiple times throughout this movie. It felt like they were filming a commercial. Like, it was
felt
weird.
like it. Like I don't know. If it's a movie, it's a kids movie, right? So there's people who are going to come out of the woodwork and say it wasn't made for you guys, so it doesn't matter, right? And I say it does matter, because the best kids movies that stood the test of time were good movies, period. Right?
Yes.
This movie's not good.
No. That's the thing too. Like this should appeal to us. Like the kids that grew up watching Space Jam and the kids who like were involved with Looney Tunes and stuff. Kids these days don't know who the Looney Tunes are.
That's what I was gonna
like
say.
Maybe
like, who's
Bugs
this made
Bunny,
for?
maybe Daffy Duck. But like, yeah, who are they appealing to? Like I wrote that multiple times too. Like, who is this appealing to? Who did they have a meeting and we're like, all right, we're gonna appeal to this age range, this gender, whatever? Because I don't see how this could appeal to anybody. Like you said, over the age of 4.
Because like Looney Tunes hasn't been extremely relevant for kid shows for 15, 20 years, right?
I mean, we got the Looney Tunes show like 10 years ago, right? Was that like that was like
So-
10 years ago, right?
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago.
Yes. In case you guys hadn't, no, like in case you guys haven't heard, they did actually bring back Looney Tunes, sort of.
Yes, I saw the HBO trailer before I started the movie. They played an
Yeah,
HBO
I'm
trailer.
not. I'm not saying it's good, but they brought it back.
Well, they did, but that's my point is, no kids watching that on HBO Max.
I know.
Kids are watching
right.
Bubble Guppies, Paw Patrol, all these
Yeah.
other things. They don't know the Looney Tunes. Like they didn't, and the kids didn't watch Space Jam. And it seems like to me that the people who are talking about this movie are the people who saw the original Space Jam.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So I don't get it. And it also felt like movie was made to appease LeBron's ego to a certain extent. Now, regardless of how you feel about LeBron as a basketball player, as a person, he's an amazing person. So I don't want to hear that from people like saying LeBron's whatever. He's an amazing person. He does some great things. I felt like this movie just was made to stroke his ego as a basketball player. The first 20 minutes, they spend a long time talking about how great he is.
Yeah. Well, it was weird to me that they like almost in this movie tried to paint him like a bad father or a bad person.
That's the
That's how I
That's the
felt
only
about
thing.
it.
That's the only non-villain thing I think that he could be portrayed as. Because like, whether you like LeBron, whether you hate him, he's a good family dude. Like Enrique was saying, like he's a good person. Like he does a lot of charity work. But like some people just don't like him on the basketball court because of reason X and Y and Z. But I don't see the family man aspect being a good reason to be a villain in this movie.
It's an extremely weird and cliche plotline to take. I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to ruin it for people, but it's extremely cliche plotline where a dad and a son have conflicting interests, right? So it's like I've seen that before. I've seen that a lot. Like that's a classic plotline in family movies, and that's why I kind of like the original Space Jam more. Was because it was Mike doubting himself. You know what I mean? Like he had just done baseball. He hadn't played basketball in however long. I'm not a basketball player no more. That was his whole bit. So it was him regaining confidence in himself again versus
Yeah.
LeBron already being the best basketball player ever, and he knows it. Like, at least we
Yeah,
pretended that Mike wasn't the best at the time.
it's so different. Like, I don't. It's weird, dude. It's weird.
The setup was awful as well. The setup for the plot line of this movie is terrible.
Gosh, no, you're 100% correct.
It makes no sense at all. So if you guys wanted to watch this movie, I would say either if you have children, I guess try it out. If you're trying to watch this for nostalgia and you're like, man, I love the first Space Jam, I wonder if they did the second one any justice, don't bother. If you just want to watch it because you're bored, go ahead. Honestly, you could do anything else better with 2 hours of time. But hey, man, if you want to watch Space Jam, go for it. Like I said, this movie's about a 4 out of 10 at best, and realistically, for me, it's like a 2.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got a 2 for me.
It's gonna be like a 2 or even a 1 for me.
Yes, sir.
It's legitimately, and it could be, because we did see the original, but dude, this is legitimately one of the worst movies I've seen in a long time.
No, absolutely the same.
Yes.